Joining us now are two people who knew Vadim and those 5 other victims very, very well. Doug Zeghibe is the club's CEO, and Randy Gardner is a lifetime member and honorary member of the club's board. Randy's also a 2-time Olympian, 5-time U.S. champion and world champion. Thank you both so much. Listen, this figure skating community is extraordinarily tight-knit. You must both be reeling. Randy, first your reaction, then Doug.
Well, Eugenia and Vadim, they were wonderful world champions, and they had done what Ty and I did, several years after we did. Great coaches. And they brought us their son, Max, who's competing. He's 4th in the nation now, and he'd fortunately had left Wichita earlier. I once said to Vadim, his dad, I said, God, your son is getting so good. I wonder where he got that from. And Vadim said, he's a lot better than I was.
Doug, your reaction?
That's funny. Vadim had a great sense of humor. He was strict, but it was more he had really high standards, but an incredibly kind man. Loved the kids and was really well known for being able to take a skater from their first steps to Team US, to Team USA, a real developmental coach. Amazing guy. And his wife was just delightful.
Doug, we saw Nancy Kerrigan talking very emotionally, along with several other members of the club, about the loss that they're feeling. Tell me what this has been like, what a shock this has been.
I think our community, is still stunned. Didn't see this coming. A lot of us were with them in Wichita over the weekend. I flew back with Max on Monday. This was just a stunner. I think it's still sinking in. These are folks we see on an everyday basis, 6 or 7 days a week. And that's really the nature of the community, a real familiarity and respect. It's going to be a long, long time, I think, until the community learns how to live with this, and that we in the leadership of the Skating Club of Boston figure out how to fill the hole left behind by Vadim and Jenya as coaches.
We're looking at video of Vadim and Jenya competing right now. They have a 23-year-old son, Maxim, as you were talking about. I don't even want to ask how he's, how he is tonight. Have either of you spoken to him?
I have not.
Doug first and then Randy. Doug, you go, then Randy.
Yeah, Randy, I have not spoken to Max. I know he left early this morning in a car with friends to go down to D.C., so he would not be going alone and to deal with this situation on site. He's talked to some members of our community, understandably. He's crushed. I'm not sure there's other words I can find in the dictionary right now for how he must possibly feel.
Yeah, to lose both your parents in a crash like this is so shocking. Randy, a total of 6 people, as we know from the club, died. We mentioned the 2 young skaters. Our affiliate, WPRI, spoke to the father of 16-year-old Spencer Lane. I want you to listen to what he said.
Gosh.
Whether he was in his home club in Boston, was just loved by everyone, from the adults running the club to the smallest skaters to the people that are, competing for a shot at the Olympics. They all just adored him. And he had an amazing following on TikTok, where he had, just an insane amount of people that followed his journey on TikTok. And he really loved that community.
You can hear this father's voice shaking as he talks about his son and what a rising star he was. I've heard many people talk about how extraordinarily talented he was.
Yeah, he was a phenom. He only been in the sport for 3 years, had all his triples, triple combinations, things that could take a typical skater 10 years, if not more, to achieve. And he really knew how to lay down a program and present a natural performer. Spencer had a bright career ahead of him because he had an amazing work ethic as well. He was a boy who really cared about doing well.
Randy, what impact is all this going to have on the figure skating community writ large? They were all together in Wichita for this national championship. Many of them stayed all together for this training camp that happened. This is not just about the Boston Club. There were 14 people from the figure skating community on board that plane who died. This is going to stretch far and wide.
It is. We lost some of our youngest upcoming talent last night. And We are going to, like Doug said, it's so new. We have to figure out how we're going to deal with this. And we're going to rebuild and all that. We lost some great coaches in that. And it just feels like we're going to honor them as we move on and teach. They were so good, and this young talent was coming back to us from nationals because they just competed and they learned at this training camp. And they were going to come back with this new knowledge. And somehow we're going to have to pass that along, but we're going to miss seeing these kids grow. And it's very, very sad.
Doug, this isn't the first time the figure skating community has had a tragedy. There was a plane crash years and years ago that killed the entire team.
That's correct. In 1961, the entire U.S. figure skating team traveling to the World Championships in Prague, the plane crashed en route in Belgium. Everybody was lost. It was a huge tragedy again for the Skating Club of Boston. We had 10 members on that team, pair champions, men's champion, ladies champion, coaches. And it really changed when you lose that much talent, when you lose current day coaches, when you lose top skaters who are future coaches, your sport is going to suffer because that's the talent that builds the sport. So it's taken a long time for U.S. figure skating and the Skating Club of Boston to recover from that. They have. This is definitely a setback, probably not a setback of the same scale, but without a doubt, a major setback for the sport. Yes.
A setback, but of course, first and foremost, a massive tragedy for the friends and family of these people. Doug Zeghibe and Randy Gardner, thank you both so much. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.